Hi, Indigo.
Hi.
Thanks for helping my project.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
Could you say a little bit about yourself?
About myself, well, I'm a biology student, and I like to draw, and like video games, all that stuff. Like common things right now.
You like nature, like parks?
Yeah, well, I'm a biologist, so.
That'd be bad if you don't like nature. You'd be like, I hate plants.
I don't like bugs, but I love plants.
I love statues, but not actual living things, so I'm a biologist.
Yeah, that would be weird. But I love plants. But bugs, no, they scare me.
And people. You like people.
I like people too.
You like people.
Yeah, I like human. I like living organisms, but not bugs. I'm scared of bugs.
What do you consider a bug? Like how big, and like how small do you have to be a bug?
No, it doesn't. The size doesn't matter. Like
size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter. If they have like more than 4 legs, and they're like exoskeletons, okay, that's enough to freak
So
me
you're
out.
a 4-legger.
Like what? No. No, but if it has 6 or more.
Yeah.
And exoskeletons?
Or none. If it has no legs, that's also bad.
I know, I like snakes.
Oh, you like snakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't like oh no, they're creeping all around. No, I hate that.
But did you know that NASA is sending astronauts back to the moon for the first time since 1972?
Yeah, I heard that from you.
From me?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, if they did it before, why not do it again, right? So and now we have the technology to make it more like to do it like not faster, but maybe better.
Maybe better.
Yeah, like maybe not faster, but better. And they already have all the data and all the stuff how to do it, so it's gonna be easier now, right?
I hope so.
And with all the new technology, maybe they will get better pictures.
For sure.
And that proves that is not fake.
People would really like the pictures. I think.
Yeah, well, they're going to the moon, better take a lot of selfies there. Well,
Plus, like 3D and 360 degree.
Oh, that would work a lot.
Feel like you're like really there.
Yeah, that would make like immersive like experience for people who it's not like that didn't go to the moon, like for all the public in general, right? Mm-hmm. That would be super awesome with all these new technologies. And that would be like, look, it's not a set. It's actually the moon.
It's really the moon. No lights falling down or anything like that.
We have even stars now, right?
Yeah.
Because of people
because of better cameras.
Yeah. So they can do a lot better than that.
Yeah. So if it was safe and affordable, would you take a trip to space?
Well, I mean, around Earth, yeah. I don't want to get like a lot lost in space, but like too far. But yeah, I know, why not? I would like to see all the space stuff with myself, like the stars and the Earth, like in a different perspective I've never seen before, right? Because I'm on Earth, but actually never seen it like that. I care about the planet, but that will give me like a huge different perspective.
Absolutely, yeah. I think like whenever the Apollo 8 astronauts went around the moon and saw the Earth, that picture helped really galvanize like Earth Day and the environmental movement. So I think that perspective could help us all.
Yeah, I've helped us a lot with all this stuff. Like we need to take like acknowledge of the Earth. Like we're destroying this planet. Maybe it's not all our fault, but we're like if they say that, for example, global warming is like an inevitable thing, but maybe we're like speeding up the process of global warming. So maybe it's not our fault, but at some point it is. You know what I mean? So it's like half. But that will make like conscience in people like to take care of the planet. That hey, this is the only thing. There's no other place to go. Like no matter where you go, you're gonna still over this thing. So you better worry about this thing.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I don't know of any natural processes that take oil out of the ground, distribute it around the world, and burn it. So it seems like if that's having any effect, we have to take credit for it.
Yeah, well, true. That's true. I mean, global warming is an inevitable thing, but don't make it faster, right? Like, okay, if we can make it slower, we should try to do that. And it's gonna be like in the Futurama episode where they just throw ice in the ocean, like to make it cooler. Like it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. We don't have that many ice.
Many ice.
You remember the episode, right?
I do not.
Where they have a spaceship and they just throw ice. on the ocean to make it cooler, and the world warming rise up, so they need bigger
pieces of ice.
Yeah, and then boom, a bigger one, just like okay, to cool the planet off.
That's funny. I could imagine it. I haven't seen it, but I feel like I have pictures of it in my
Yeah,
head.
you should search it for it. It's on YouTube, I guess. Like the Futurama.
Futurama.
Yeah, global warming. They have like a whole episode about that. Well, a segment.
That's cool. So whenever you think about humanity 200 years from now, do you think we're still on the Earth, or do you think humanity's actually branched out beyond the Earth to like the Moon, Mars, the moons of Jupiter, moons of Saturn?
Well,
how far have we gone?
I hope we stay in the planet. Like first, we need to like take care of our planet, then we can start taking care of other planets. And it's like we're not supposed to leave our planet. That's why we like evolved here, right? Like the whole humanity like evolved in this planet. So I don't think we're adapted to live in other planets. Like,
well, we're also not adapted to fly, but we built airplanes to take us.
We actually didn't. We don't fly. Like the machine flies for us.
Right. But we would have machines that we would live in that would let us go to other places.
I mean, maybe it's a possibility. I won't be surprised if it's a path taken. But like we still need to like take care of this planet, to care for this planet and make this planet better. And then we can start like thinking about other planets and make other planets better, right? Because if we're messing up this planet, what's gonna happen to the other planets, right? It's like we're just gonna be messing all the whole system with that. You know, like it's not like, oh well, this planet is like messed. We just jump to another one, start over and mess it again, and then jump to another one, and we cannot be doing that. Like we need to take conscience of this planet first, and then make it better, and then try to improve other planets. That's how I say it.
Last time we went to the moon, there were 4 billion people on Earth. Now there's 8 billion people on Earth.
Yeah, double.
But these people are healthier, more educated, more connected, more empowered. Why can't we do everything?
I think we're a society where we're like in little steps, like doing progress in that regard. But I mean, it's gonna take generations to get to a point when humanity is like a really elevated, like not only mentally but like emotionally and spiritually thing. Because they say you need to connect mentally, emotionally, and spiritually thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like to actually be a good person. Like you cannot be just smart. You need to be like care for the other people, or just like act good, like with emotion, not just with mentally, right? Because if you think cold, it's gonna happen like real bad stuff. But we need to connect all three to be a good society, and connecting the three will make us grow as a society, as a humanity. And when that day arrives, well, we will be ready to move to other planets. You know, to actually maybe even meet other life forms if there's other life forms out there. Which I have no doubt that there should be, right, more life forms around there, but I don't think we're still ready to meet that.
You know, I mean, there's and I think this is actually maybe true of everything, that there's nothing to prepare you for things other than doing that thing. Like, for example, riding a bicycle. You could talk all day about getting prepared to ride a bicycle, but the biggest thing is actually being on the bike and riding. Yeah. Same thing with like being a parent. Like, there's all these courses and books you can read, but nothing prepares you for being a parent than being actually a parent.
Well,
and I'm just wondering if, you know, trying to wait for us to become better keeps us from having the experiences that would actually cause us to be better.
Well, no, so society is making a lot of mistakes, and we're learning from that mistakes. You know, for example, all the wars that we have been, all the social incidents that are going till this day, like with all these crimes and all this, like, how to say, like discrimination that's going on. People is learning from that, and the society is changing. I mean, I don't expect society to change just because, right? Like, but these mistakes are making us like going forward and forward as a better society. So we still have a lot of mistakes to do to prepare us for that day.
But it seems like also we're making like some of the same mistakes over and over again. Like we had World War I and now the World War II, and you know now we have like the Ukraine situation.
Yeah.
You know, what have we learned?
Well, there's people complaining about that, but still there's nothing we can do about that, right? It's like, well, I mean, it's sad what's happening there, but it's like out of our control. So at least we learned that we don't like war, right? And as maybe with all the conflict with Ukraine, we're learning that we don't want a fight. And maybe we can do anything, but we already established that part. We now go to like one step further to try to stop it, but at least we're in a part with we don't like war.
Is that true though? Because we make so many movies, kind of like, oh wow, look at this wonderful battle and the hero. And...
I think we need to like separate like fiction from reality.
Yeah.
Like I mean, good stories are good, right? But it's like, okay, the story is good, but I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like some stuff needs to like stay in fiction. It's like with all the supernatural stuff. Like there's people, oh, I'm so much into that, but it's like it's better if it stays like in the story and not actually in real life to happen to me.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah, like great grandparents coming back from the dead, that type of thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, stay there. Like,
nice for a story,
yeah,
but we don't need it to happen.
It's a good universe, but like for examination and fiction, not for reality. But I mean, space travel is like, it's a thing, right? It's like, it's already happening, and people, countries only want to push it further to discover all the mystery, because as humans, we want to know everything that we don't know. So that's a real thing. And colonizing other planets is, it's already in people's mind as a possibility. We're not seeing it just as a fiction now. So I still believe that we need to improve more, like spiritually and mentally, to actually get to a point where we can care for other planets, not just this planet. If we can say that we care for this planet enough, right? Like we don't care enough for this planet yet. But till that day, I don't know. We still have improvement to do.
But let's. So anyway, I'm not sure how it is in like high schools here, but it's common like in high schools in the U.S. Like to have history class where like kids have to go and research like previous period. So like there might be a class where people have to go and look at the 1820s and like talk about what happened in the 1820s and how were times different then and what was important. So now imagine this. Your great granddaughter, however many greats it takes to get to 200 years in the future, has lived on Mars her entire life. And she's in high school now, doing a history project on the 2020s, on this time period.
On the pandemic?
Well, not on the pandemic, but this decade,
Okay.
from like the 2020s to the 2030, that period. And she's watching this video, to get some, some type of insight, so she get an A on her paper and make top marks.
Okay.
And what would you like for her to include in her paper about the 2020s?
Well, 2020s. I think there's a lot of changes mentally, right? For example, there's been like a lot of new movements, or maybe not new movements, but they solidify as a movement. For example, the feminism has a long way come backwards, but like they solidify during these decades. And I think because it's a social media, like social media like unites people, right? So it's like maybe you have a mindset or a way of thought, or you thought that this is not right, and then you can share that thought, and other people is, oh my god, I was thinking that too, and they connect with you, and you can like a chain up, and eventually a big group of people who thinks the same. And that's why maybe it's pushing all the movements forward and forward, right? Like now it's easier to connect with people with the same ideas as you. So I think now it's easier to find people you have like you share things in common. So I think like right now society is more connected than ever. So I mean, a lot of things are going on right now, and people can say like, oh, you know what? Now people have a voice, because before you cannot do when you want to know something, or all the news were brought to you because of the TV, and they filter what they can say or what they want you to know. But now anybody is like their own journalist for we can say, like anybody can take a picture, like take a video of anything and post it online, and people can react to that directly. There's no filters in that. So I think that in the 20s, the mindset of society is moving and growing really fast. Like at least society is transforming on a never seen way before.
It is definitely an interesting time.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, Indigo, thank you so much. I know we talked about a lot of things, but
Yeah.
Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to?
No, I think that's like I cover everything mostly. Maybe I like I like went out of the topic for a little, but sometimes I tend to do that. But
Well,
it was great.
No worries. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye.